Good evening and welcome to our
Easy decision for the captain to bat first. Everything points to a tough time for the bowlers. There should be plenty of runs to be had.
Here we go, first ball of the match, and hearing the sound of leather on willow.
The captain's going to change things around in the field.
Well timed, but there's a fielder out there.
Good running, it needed to be as well. Probably closer than they expected.
A big opportunity. They've worked hard in recent weeks. They should have the confidence to build an innings and get big runs on the board.
Didn't hit that well. Very late playing that shot.
Drives and misses everything.
Just threw the shot too early.
That's going a long way. What a shot that is.
That's what you pay the entrance money for. It's flown into the crowd. A brilliant shot off the front foot. No. You need to move.
Wow, that's missed the lot.
Just need to settle down. The timing's off. These deliveries are there to be hit. Time for cool heads.
Catch!
Perfectly timed.
Keeper!
A couple on offer here. 9 runs added there. The Lions are none for 9. The right-arm pace bowler is coming into the attack from the scoreboard end. Nicely played.
That one they got hold of. The slower ball didn't work and it went all the way.
Oh! Nice bowling.
A little late on that. No run scored.
Great shot, but it's not going to beat the fielder. A beauty, brilliant catch.
It's the sort of dismissal that sees the momentum swing back to the bowler. Gone, but not for many.
Hafiz is new to the crease. They'll be keen to field bat on ball early on.
Immediately underway with some runs.
Yep. Keeper!
Got forward well and was able to drive the ball. A lovely shot and good running.
Middle that one, great timing.
Just a little bit of room given. The power was immense. That has flown over the boundary.
16 runs added there. The Lions are 1 for 25.
Wait there.
Finds the fielder with that shot. This should be close.
They make it home, but there should never have been the chance of a run out in the first place.
Misses everything.
That's a wild one. Nothing elegant about that shot. Just not timing it at all. Poor play.
Beaten on the drive.
Yep. No!
I'd say that was the right shot to choose, but timed it badly. couldn't get the drive away.
Yep. Wait.
Couldn't get it through the field.
Onto the front foot and punched it nicely. Would have hoped to find the rope.
Hit that hard, nailed it.
Extra width gives them a free swing at the ball. Gone a long way back.
End of the over, 9 off it. The Lions are 1 for 34.
Yep.
Good running, just finding the gap, and that allows for rotation of the strike and keeps the pressure on the bowlers.
Really? That's just wasting everyone's time.
Yep. Yep.
That would have been a very risky single. In the end, a good decision to stay put.
Quick onto that in the infield.
Tucked it nicely into the gap. Pick up a single, rotate the strike.
Nice timing, good batting, won't get to the boundary. There'll be 1 run here for them.
Good throw from the deep, on target. Confusion written on the batters' faces, a mix-up that almost led to a run-out.
Yep.
Edged it. The whole team goes up for that one. They feel pretty confident about this.
Well, the end of a productive innings. It didn't quite ignite into the fireworks as we would have hoped, but still, solid work.
No.
Exquisitely done on the front foot, a gorgeous looking drive. Could have been worth more.
End of the over, 4 runs coming from it. The Lions are 2 for 38.
Yep.
Collects that one, simple as you like, inside the ring.
Well, they were moving quick between the wickets. I thought for a moment they were going to go again. In the end, I reckon that would have been just too risky.
Yep.
Edge. Keeper can't take it. Not sure anyone will cut that off.
Nothing really wrong with the delivery. Got onto the front foot and found the space to get that one to the boundary.
Do they go full? Do they go short? A lot to ponder after the boundary.
Yep.
That's right out of the middle of the bat.
Well, that was just textbook. Finds the space and power to lift that ball over the top, and it just keeps going.
Boundaries are flowing. They need to find a dot ball or two to slow things down again.
Yep.
Could that be out? Looks so.
This innings just cut short before it really flourished. It looked like we were moving to a big score, but it's not to be.
3 for 50. Please welcome the new batsman.
Yep.
At number 5.
Good piece of fielding to stop some runs.
Not a great delivery, got it full, and lucky not to be hit to the boundary.
Yeah.
There's trouble here.
That gets things going. Just nice to get settled, start to get your first runs.
That's the over. The Lions are 3 for 51.
Oi. Bowling.
Maybe they didn't pick that up very late on the shot.
Elbow.
A little late on that. No runs scored.
Yeah.
Good bit of timing there.
Well, that's a waste of a delivery. Absolutely no trouble getting onto it and dispatching it for 6.
Getting nicely settled at the crease now. Would have been really happy with that last shot.
Yep.
Absolutely nailed it.
That was seen so early. The timing was brilliant and that has stayed hit. Fantastic.
Back-to-back boundaries. The bowler will be searching for something now. Just a dot ball or two to settle things down. That's right out of the middle of the bat.
Well, enough leverage there to get a good swing of the arms under it to get it over the rope.
Yep.
Can't get that outside the ring field.
Good running, just finding the gap, and that allows for rotation of the strike. Keep the pressure up on the bowlers.
5 fielders are now able to be moved outside the circle.
A bit of a change up in the field now.
Yeah.
Into the gap. Nice shot.
Keeper.
Just a little bit wide, well picked up. And let the ball do all the work really, just to nudge it down towards third.
Waiting. No!
Well, the communication's not great between these two. There's a lot of hesitation in their calls. On that occasion, looking for a second. In the end, a good decision not to go through with it.
Yup.
Onto the front foot. Super shot. Should be 4.
Oh, nice bowling.
Tried to get the drive away, timed it poorly, lucky to survive.
Yeah.
Time that brilliantly.
The fielder could only pick that up off the boundary rope, punched that away through the covers with exquisite timing.
Flew away with pace. Brilliant timing.
That's a brilliantly aggressive shot, gets onto the front foot, and it's flown over the boundary.
Yep.
Nicely taken. Quick to latch onto it.
A trudge back to the pavilion. A disappointing display in the end. For someone with such batting skills, this goes down as a fail.
Yep. No!
They make it home, but there should never have been the chance for a run out in the first place.
Yeah. No!
You can't fault the bowling. Sometimes your opponent is just too good. Wonderful front foot shot, and there was absolutely no point in chasing that.
A boundary off the last ball. Is it a sign they're trying to push the run rate?
Yeah.
Time that perfectly.
Well, that was a really solid shot. Read the length early to get onto the front foot, and that raced away for 4.
Wow! How did that miss?
Yeah.
How did they miss that? Don't think it matters. They looked like they were home.
Great movement on that delivery, just enough to keep them interested. It just missed the wickets on the way through.
Yep.
End of the over, 10 runs coming from it. The Lions are 4 for 94. Manning coming on, obviously hoping the pace will cause some trouble.
Yeah.
They've picked the gap. Perfect timing. This could be trouble. Could be gone if only they had hit.
They've made it home, but there should never have been the chance of the run out in the first place.
Yep.
Great timing, right off the meat of the bat.
You can't fault that shot. Nicely played, and it was 4 runs all the way.
That last ball isn't something you'd want to see a repeat of. You don't want to be giving easy runs away.
Well ball.
Didn't hit that well. Very late playing that shot.
Yep.
Nicely ran, working the ball away into the gaps to find the easy single.
Well bowled.
A reckless heave. This batter is usually a bit more elegant in their stroke play than this. Poor batting.
Wait on.
Doesn't beat the infield. There's
Yeah,
a
yeah.
run here, surely. Massive chance.
A long walk back to the pavilion. This has not been a good knock. Not what you expect from someone of this skill level.
With the fall of that wicket, the new batter comes out to the crease. They're quick to take guard and face up. The right army is coming on to bowl from the scoreboard end. Big appeal. Out. Simple catch, and the keeper makes no mistake.
That was a very good knock in the end. I'm sure a few more runs would have been better, but this has indeed been a good innings. Well, for a brief moment, you thought there might be a bit of strife there. In the end, a good decision not to take on the field.
Yeah.
Chance.
Fitzpatrick gets off the mark.
A change to the complexion of this match. Got to get the new batter coming forward early,
Yeah.
encouraging them to drive and really attack the stumps.
No.
You can't say how important that dive was. They scrambled the run, just about made it.
Yep.
Really good shot there.
Got their head right in line with the ball. A beautiful strike there down the ground.
I'd like to see them aim for the top of off now. As a bowler, you've got to make them play on your terms. There's a chance if this hits. The Maestros found some good rhythm in that over. They'll want to maintain it going forwards. Manning from the bridge end.
Yep.
Huge shout. The bowler seems very confident with that one. Tough call either way. Might be worth risking a review if they're right.
How close is that? Could be the wicket. Nothing picked up from the bat. This could spell trouble. Looking good so far. No issue with the bounce. Nothing wrong with the impact. Would it hit the wickets though? Going on to miss everything, and a valuable review is lost.
It wasn't a great decision to start with. Not surprised to see the umpire's decision stand.
Yeah.
Right in the slot, right where they like it. The ball races to the boundary.
It was wide and suitably dealt with.
A little short on that occasion. Needs to adjust the length slightly to be just a little fuller. Too short on this pitch, and as we've seen already, it makes it very easy to score.
The captain making some adjustments to the field here. Decide against the second, way too late. I think they'd have been well short if they had continued.
Yep.
Couldn't have hit that any better.
Found the gap with ease. Wasn't the worst ball you'll see, but it still raced to the rope.
Just need to keep it simple. Line and length, around about off stump, and that'll force the mistake.
Some adjustments to the field.
Yep.
Well timed, but there's a fielder out there.
Good running. It needed to be as well. Probably closer than they expected.
Yeah. No!
That sees the completion of the over. A good one too, not many opportunities to score.
180.
Yep. No!
Big shout. Wow, that's missed the lot.
Big turn on that one. It beats everything, bat and all. Somehow managed to miss the stumps too. Fitzpatrick shakes their head. It was there to hit, couldn't make the most of it.
Bowled him. Beauty, absolute beauty.
The trudge back to the pavilion. A disappointing display in the end for someone with such batting skills. This one goes down as a fail.
Yep.
Head over the ball, great shot, that's racing away.
You just can't hit it any better than that. Beautiful shot. No chance at all for the fielders.
Wait on! No!
Well, there was a moment of hesitation, a few calls of yes and no. In the end, no damage done.
Yeah.
Great shot, but it's not going to beat the fielder. Great reactions, brilliant catch, close in.
An innings that promised much and really, in the end, delivered very little. Pretty disappointing all round.
It's a long way to walk out here just to walk straight back. They'll just want to get this first one behind them and then push on.
That's wild. Nothing elegant about that shot. Just not timing it at all. It's poor play.
Yep.
A couple on offer here.
And they're away and nicely off the mark.
Drives and misses everything.
Manning with a superb delivery. Got them trying to drive, but messing everything up.
Wait there.
Couldn't get it through the field.
Yep, yep.
End of the over. 4 off it. The Lions are 8 for 127.
Catch it.
Lovely shot. Good seam position, but overpitched and got what it deserved.
That went all the way up toward the grandstand for 4, driven away nicely.
Tried for something a bit different the last ball. The captain shouldn't mind that. If they get it right, they might just get the wicket. Right off the middle of the bat.
That's just silly. The power on that shot is incredible. That's the sort of shot you want to see at a cricket match.
Beaten on the drive.
Deceived by the drift, beaten by the spin. It's as simple as that, really.
Yep, yep.
Out! Caught!
Another one goes off the sheds. That's 9 down. Some good bowling, finding this tail out. And it certainly feels like this is close to the finish.
Bowlers!
There'll be 1 run here for them.
Immediately underway with some runs. Very full, spray the ball a bit, but they're content leaving it alone.
Really good over. Takes a wicket, keeps it tight. Somehow they've got to find the boundaries.
Yep.
Nice timing, good batting, won't get to the boundary.
Good running, just finding the gap, and that allows for rotation of the strike and keep pressure on the bowlers.
Yep, yep. No!
That was a solid shot, driven off the front foot. Fantastic cricket shot. Probably deserved more from it.
Waiting. Bowler!
Good running. It needed to be as well. Probably closer than they expected.
Yep.
A bit of a change up in the field now.
Misses everything.
Yep. No!
Needs a direct hit.
That would have been a very risky single. In the end, a good decision to stay put.
Yep.
Edged it.
The risk isn't worth it for just a single. In the end, a good decision by the batters.
Manning has had a pretty good over. Just needed a bit more luck to find a wicket.
Yep.
Got forward well and was able to drive the ball. A lovely shot and good running.
Wait there. Yep. No!
Good piece of fielding to stop
Yep,
some
yep.
runs.
No!
Well, that would have been a very risky run. The right call was made in the end.
Fantastic catch. Well, a decent score here, but they need a strong showing with the ball to bring this home. The openers are coming out to begin the chase. A few early boundaries will help settle things down. The bowlers will only need a sniff to get back in the game.
A few moves made in... in the field. The Maestros get underway, easy as you like, with a single.
The team will be after a positive innings from this batter. A great opportunity to come in and put some runs on the board.
Yep.
Good bit of timing there.
Well, it was hammered away, timed perfectly and placed into the gap.
Don't mind getting hit for runs. What's important is to focus on getting the next ball right.
Wait.
Finds the fielder with that shot.
Just a little bit wide, well picked up. And let the ball do all the work really, just to nudge it down towards third.
Yep. Keeper.
A little flick of the wrist to get it round the corner for an easy run.
Yeah.
Good running, just finding the gap, and that allows for rotation of the strike and keeps the pressure on the bowlers.
Gotcha.
Nice shot.
Avoided the fielders, one bounce and four, fantastic shot.
Now, none for 12.
Ralph, the right armour, is coming into the attack from the bridge end.
Yeah.
Can't get that outside the ring field. A direct hit and this could be gone.
Tucked it nicely into the gap. Pick up a single, rotate the strike.
Yep.
This should be close. Gone. Brilliant in the field.
Oh dear, it's been a poor innings under pressure, and now they've got the key batter out cheaply.
Coming to the wicket, they'll be looking to play within the V early and expand as they get settled.
There was minimal follow-through, just great timing to punch it through the field for four.
Always difficult to focus after what happened last ball, but you just got to stay positive and believe the wicket will come. Brilliant bowling. Having got the edge the previous ball, they now know the areas they need to be hitting. Edge! What a ball! Huge appeal. Dives and takes a very good catch.
Just managed to clasp their hands around that one. Disappointment for the batter, joy for the bowler. Another wicket down, this one without scoring.
Big edge. Where's that going?
Didn't time it at all, but managed to get it away to the boundary.
End of the over, 10 runs coming from it. The Maestros are 2 for 22.
Wait.
Into the gap, nice shot.
Bowler.
Got forward and was able to drive the ball. Lovely shot and good running.
Ooh. Nice bowling.
Not a great shot in the end. Practices the shot again. Just need to keep their head down now.
Yep.
Quick onto that in the infield. Good pickup. Big chance. Loud shout.
Yeah.
Great shot.
Didn't need to bother about running with timing like that.
That last ball isn't something you'd want to see a repeat of. You don't want to be giving easy runs away. Out! Good catch.
Well, the end of a productive innings. It didn't quite ignite into fireworks as we would have hoped, but still solid work.
Oh, what a shot that is off your first ball.
Fills their boots, first ball. Didn't need a second look. Takes a 6.
Catch it.
Great shot. Placement exquisite.
It was in the air for a long time, but 4 bounced just inside the rope.
Yep. No.
I, for one, reckon that second run was on, but clearly the batters knew better.
Yep.
Collects that one, simple as you like, inside the ring.
Yep.
And gone. That's a fantastic catch.
Well, this is a fantastic wicket. Kept the runs down. Really didn't get settled. Looked to be in trouble, sadly, for most of the knock.
The field will come up now, you'd think. Pressure should definitely be on the new batter, who strides to the middle. They will be looking for another quick wicket. It's getting to where this is becoming a problem. It's obvious it isn't out, but they appeal anyway.
Well bowled.
Just need to settle down. The timing's off. These deliveries are there to be hit. Time for cool heads.
End of the over. 7 runs coming from it. The Maestros are 4 for 43. The right armour is coming into the attack from the scoreboard end. Out! What a catch!
Starting to get really interesting now. That's the 5th wicket, and a very frustrated person is heading back to the pavilion.
For the Multan Maestros.
Perfectly timed.
Keepers!
Good return, back from the deep. That gets things going. Just nice to get settled, start to get your first runs.
Yep.
They've picked the gap. Perfect timing.
Keeper's end.
Strong appeal.
Hey! Yep.
Power and precision in that shot. Really? That's just wasting everyone's time.
Yep.
A change to the complexion of this match. Got to get the new batter coming forward early, encouraging them to drive and really attack the stumps.
Yep.
Good shot. It's found the gap.
You can't fault that shot. Nicely played, and it was 4 runs all the way.
5 for 54.
Ralph from the bridge end.
Yep.
Doesn't beat the infield.
Good running. Just finding the gap, and that allows for rotation of the strike. Keep the pressure up on the bowlers.
Huge shout. The bowler seems very confident with that one. Tough call either way. Might be worth risking a review if they're right.
Was there a bat on it? Fielders think there was. This could be trouble. That's pitched outside leg, and so it will remain not out. Impacting outside the line. Easy decision that for the third umpire. A review lost, the decision upheld. The replay shows it's not hitting the stumps.
Not the best decision to review that. The umpire has got it spot on.
Yep. Yep.
Got forward and was able to drive the ball. Lovely shot, good running.
Well timed,
No.
but there's a fielder out there.
Thought about a single, decided against it, and probably for the better.
Wait. Yep.
Picks the gap perfectly.
Good return there, back from the deep.
Over ends, so too does the power play. Change is coming in the field. And with that, 5 fielders can now be put outside the circle.
Yep.
Exquisitely done on the front foot. A gorgeous looking drive. Could have been worth more.
Edged. The whole team goes up for that one. They feel pretty confident about this. Super catch.
Really getting towards the tail enders now. 6th wicket gone. There's not a lot left in this lineup.
And with that wicket, we'll see a change out in the middle. Manning, whose first task is getting themselves settled.
That would have been a very risky single. In the end, a good decision to stay put.
Yep.
Great shot, but it's not going to beat the fielder.
No!
Decisive running might have got them to. Looking back at it, I'd say they'd have made it easily. So in the end, poor running.
Yep.
Perfect technique and placement.
Nothing really wrong with the delivery. Got onto the front foot and found the space to get that one to the boundary.
Yep, yep.
Great shot through the gap.
You can't fault the bowling. Sometimes your opponent is just too good. Wonderful front foot shot, and there was absolutely no point in chasing that.
Fitzpatrick, the left armour, is the new bowler from the bridge end. Wow, that's missed the lot.
Bowling.
Manning shakes their head. It was there to be hit, but couldn't make the most of it.
Yes.
Couldn't get it through the field.
Good running. It needed to be as well. Probably closer than they expected.
Yep, yep.
There's a chance if this hits.
Well bowled.
That's wild. Nothing elegant about that shot. Just not timing it at all. It's poor play.
Wait on. Yes.
Great shot through the gap. Perfect timing.
Got it well enough to get it away to the boundary. A poor delivery and a fine shot in the end.
Yes.
Fitzpatrick ends what has been a tidy over. Just needed to top it off with a wicket.
Yep. Bowlers.
Onto the front foot and punched it nicely. Would have hoped to find the rope.
Yep.
Brilliant shot that.
You can't fault the bowling. Sometimes your opponent is just too good. Wonderful front foot shot, and there's no point in chasing that. The captain's going to change things around in the field. There was trouble for a moment, but these two are quick enough to avoid the run-out in the end.
Yep.
Really good shot there.
Bowler's end.
A couple on offer here. Crying wolf is not the best approach. It'll just annoy the umpire.
That's a tough call for the bowler. I thought that was there to be hit.
Yep. Bowlers.
Could be close.
Good running. It needed to be as well. Probably closer than they expected.
Yep. Bowlers end. How's that?
Big shout.
Yep, yep.
Nice timing, good batting, won't get to the boundary.
No.
Decide against the second, way too late. I think they'd have been well short if they had continued.
Wait on. Yep. How's that?
Bowler is confident on this one.
Yep.
Got forward well and was able to drive the ball. A lovely shot and good running.
Beaten on the drive.
Bowled.
Beautiful slower delivery. Just hitting air on that one. That was just too good.
Yes. Yep.
There'll be 1 run here for them.
10th over.
Really raced between the wickets after it was clipped away nicely behind square.
5 runs added in the over. The Maestros are 6 for 95.
Yep. 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 Keepers. Hey!
Big appeal.
Yep, yep.
Quick in the field, but the running is quicker. Probably safe, even if they'd hit.
Yep.
Good piece of fielding to stop some runs. Loud appeal.
Yep.
Confident appeal. Could it be? A new bowler is coming into the attack.
Going with the spinner.
Yep.
Chance! How did they miss that? Don't think it matters. They look like they were home.
Waiting. Yes.
That was a solid shot. Driven off the front foot. Fantastic cricket shot. Probably deserved more from it.
Yep.
Gone! Excellent catch, close to the bat.
A great innings coming to an end. Brilliant scoring. It was a very entertaining performance, but they have to head back to the pavilion.
For the Multan Maestros.
Yep.
Finds the fielder with that shot.
Decided against the second way too late. I think they would have been well short if they'd continued on.
Yes.
This could be out.
Yep.
There's trouble here. We've seen good control and spin from this bowler. Looking forward to seeing what they can do here.
Waiting. Yep.
Good running, just finding the gap, and that allows for rotation of the strike and keeps the pressure on the bowlers.
Yep.
Tucked it nicely into the gap. Pick up a single, rotate the strike.
Yep.
Caught. What a position to set there. A brilliant catch.
Another one, 8 wickets gone. You feel it's just a matter of time now. A few decent deliveries could see the end.
Multan Maestros.
Yep. Bowlers in. Yep.
Can't get that outside the ring field. Huge appeal.
Yep.
This should be close.
Yes.
A bit of a mix-up. They'll need to improve their communication.
Yep.
Into the gap. Nice shot.
Bowler. Wait. Yep. Bowler, bowler. Yes.
Huge edge. Loud shout. A wonderful delivery to get the edge. They've got to keep hammering away at that spot time and again. Good pickup. Big chance. Well, that was another good over. You can see the frustration growing on the batters.
For 124.
Yes.
Quick onto that in the infield.
Hazard. Yes.
Nicely ran, working the ball away into the gaps to find the easy single.
Yep. No.
Good running, just finding the gap, and that allows for rotation of the strike and keep pressure on the bowlers.
Yes.
This could be trouble.
Yep.
Massive chance. Trouble. Oh, gone.
An innings that promised much and really, in the end, delivered very little. Pretty disappointing all round.
28. The right-handed batsman is coming in.
Collects that one, simple as you like, inside the ring.
Got forward and was able to drive the ball. Lovely shot and good running.
End of the over. The Maestros are 9 for 129.
Yes. Yup. Yes. Yup.
A direct hit, and this could be gone.
Yep.
Needs a direct hit. It's getting to where this is becoming a problem. It's obvious it isn't out, but they appeal anyway.
Yep. Yep.
End of the over. A good one in terms of keeping the batters quiet. Just needed to take a wicket to make it an excellent one.
Yep. Yes. Yep. Keeper's ball.
I, for one, reckon that second run was on, but clearly the batters knew better.
Yep. Yep.
Needs to be on target. Strong appeal.
How's that? Yes. Keepers.
End of the over. 7 runs coming from it. The Maestros are 9 for 142. Hafiz from the bridge end.
Wait.
Good shot. It's found the gap.
Driven off the front foot. Fantastic cricket shot. Probably expected more there.
Waiting.
Well, not a great delivery. Got it full. Lucky not to be hit to the boundary.
Wait on.
They've picked the gap.
Yes.
Perfect timing.
Bowler's in. How's that?
Really? That's just wasting everyone's time.
Yep.
A great victory, extremely close, right to the end, and to bring the win home like that is something special.
That's all.